live from the basement of the Broncos quarterback room. It's the Basement Benchwarmers Podcast.
A little Stone Temple Pilots to kick off the evening.
I've actually got tickets to their next concert.
SDP. So we're coming live tonight from the basement of the Broncos quarterback room. Before we get to the Broncos and the NFL screwing them over this week, let's start with how did everybody's week go. Ed, welcome back. How did the week go?
I don't know if you told everybody last week, but I've been up deer hunting for almost 2 weeks. I saw a couple nice bucks, but I couldn't get a good shot, Anyway, there was a tragic shooting right near us. A guy who identifies as a white-tailed deer was bagged by 2 Illinois hunters. They were cited by the DNR for failing to identify their target. Crazy, because the Giannis 34 Bucks jersey he was wearing should have been a dead giveaway.
My gosh.
Eric, how was your week?
Nothing like that, I'll tell you. Enjoyed a good Thanksgiving, small gathering, of course, with the family. Chased after a few Black Friday beers I was just telling Willie about. And hung the Christmas lights, did a little hiking, It's a good weekend.
Willie?
Yeah, I was a lawbreaker this week. I went and hung out with family in Michigan, and there was more than 2 families there. So that's what I did. So, but had a great time.
You could edit that out, right?
So what part did he? What was the really broke? He banged his cousin.
Again, they are in Michigan. I did the same thing pretty much. I had Thanksgiving with 74 people here. We have plenty of room for it. And put decorations up also.
I see that. It was very festive.
Well, yeah.
It made me want to put my festive sweatshirt on.
Eric's wearing his Christmas sweater. I don't know Margot.
Nobody does, really.
No, nobody knows. So this week on the show, we're going to have the usual beer tent with a little twist. We'll get to it when we get to it. A fan poll this week. What is your favorite way to use Thanksgiving Day leftovers, since we just got done with Thanksgiving? Also, our snake draft. We are in December, so it's that time of year, Christmas, and movies and music. So our favorite Christmas movies, we'll do a snake draft. And we'll have the spread picks, NFL recap, and a top 10 is coming back tonight. We'll talk about that when we get there. And so let's start off first thing. Let's talk about the NFL. And let me give you your impressions of how they've let the Ravens the Ravens try to get their team back together to play. They keep moving the game, and then the poor Broncos had to throw a kid out there. He looked like a bat boy for a Major League Baseball team. The kid was tiny. He was the smallest person I've ever seen on a field. What are your guys' feeling behind this? And should have Denver maybe said, we're not playing?
Yeah, and they were to the point where they petitioned the NFL to let their one of their offensive coaches be the quarterback, which they didn't let fly. But
wait, and that's how bad the kid
this
they were putting in.
Yeah. I mean, he's a practice squad wide receiver. I got to give the guy a lot of credit.
I do.
I mean, he completed the one pass, which was great.
He completed 3.
He completed 3.
Yeah, but 2 were picks.
Oh, 2 of them were the other team.
Is that the worst showing in an NFL game ever?
With more interception completions, I'm going to go with probably. That's my guess.
Well, would you take him on the Bears right now?
No. I'm going to say Trubisky's better than him.
Not as a starter.
No, not as a starter. Maybe a backup.
Yeah, it's a little hypocritical. I mean, the Ravens and Steelers are like, you know what? Can we just we'll just play this on our time whenever we want? Oh yeah, and they're just bowing down to them.
No, the Ravens are saying that. The Steelers want to get the game done with.
I'm sure, yeah.
Like.
Well, and I thought the NFL, beginning, we were told they have protocols in, and not about people getting. I see what they're doing. These guys don't. People don't understand. All these guys don't have COVID, but they were in contact, so they want to make sure they don't pass it on, so they can't be there. I get that.
Yeah.
But we were told they have bigger rosters, bigger practice squads, people to bring on. So I mean, it was almost like they said it was a punishment, because I believe they were saying the Broncos. They know they were in their quarterback room. They were a distance, but they didn't have masks on, so they were punishing them because they weren't wearing masks. And I'm like,
Jesus, we don't even wear shirts in the studio here.
Yeah, but we wear masks.
Yeah, masks for sure.
I like your new nipple rings, Ed.
Those aren't new.
We have been wearing pants though lately.
Yeah,
lately.
I got awkward one week with Willie.
Yeah. That's why. Because now we know why
stuff got caught in his beard.
Now I know why they call him Willie.
But yeah, so Ed, anything about the quarterback, the NFL and the quarterbacks and the Broncos?
I was texting you all week. I'm like, I don't understand. Yeah. I just don't. What is the difference between the two situations? One team gets it pushed back 4 times, or what is it, 4 now? Because now we're on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, going to Wednesday. A week, it's almost 7 days
Why
later.
don't they just play a doubleheader?
Well, and the crazy thing is, unless there's a rule in the NFL, I heard they were talking, they said that the Steelers have to move their next game to Monday or whatever. They're playing Monday night or whatever it is, because they can't play Wednesday and Sunday. Well, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday would be the same as playing Monday or Monday and Thursday.
Weren't they supposed to play Thursday?
Yeah, but they moved it
Or
to...
their opponent was.
Yeah, but they moved it to Sunday instead of playing... Why didn't they make them play Sunday?
Yeah,
Because it's 4 days. It's like the same rest you'd have playing Sunday to Thursday, right?
Who was their opponent the following?
I know the Ravens played the Cowboys,
Yeah.
and I laughed.
That's your team.
The Cowboys are going to win the
You were
East!
animate last week. My gosh.
Hey, it's not over yet.
Oof.
Hey, not over.
Week to week. It's a week to week league.
That division is.
Especially that division, yeah.
I can't remember who's doing play off the top of my head. Oh, you know, it's probably on a thing. Someone could probably find out our spread pick. Oh, right here. Steelers this week, they get to play the Redskins. So,
okay.
Where do we get to the point where the
I'm sorry, football team.
Where do we get to the point where the Steelers just go like, screw it, but they have the undefeated season going? Why don't we just play our next game and call this one?
Well, the Steelers actually been caught twice this year with Titans, and they weren't the culprits of the whole thing. I'm not saying it's NBC's fault, but the Titans actually got fined.
Yeah, Steelers
so
have
if
never
they're going to
been the
fine a
culprits.
team, and they shouldn't they just have to forfeit?
You know what, though? This is karma. You remember when we went to that Steelers-Bears game and nobody showed up except Villanueva for the national anthem? Yeah, maybe this is the payback.
Yeah.
Payback makes them 10-0.
Tough payback. I wish.
So a trivia question just came to my head.
Okay.
And the question is...
Roethlisberger.
That was last week. Willie,
that was the answer, too, to my question.
Are you serious? Another Roethlisberger one?
Yeah, no, but the question was, it was really weird. It was, and I can't remember now because you threw me off, Willie.
Most wins at Brown Stadium.
He finally got the answer to a question and didn't even know the question.
It was last
2 weeks ago.
Last week's question was
No, it was
most
a new
wins
one.
at Brown Stadium.
I'll think about it. It's right up here.
But it was a Roethlisberger answer?
Yes, it was. It was. It was.
I got it. Who is Roethlisberger?
Anyway,
the 6 degrees of Ben Roethlisberger,
The problem is Willie thought this was a college question.
so we had some banter this week on a text over a girl playing a kicker.
Oh, geez. Here we go.
And I'm going to side with that now because she was named SEC Special Teams Player of the Week.
Oh, she was special.
I'm like, well, okay.
And she's starting this week. She's starting the next game.
Oh, good.
Well, they got a new coach, and they just fired a coach, Vanderbilt?
Yeah,
Or was it
they
first?
fired
They
him.
should have. They're 0-7.
Color should coach him.
Well, let me just say
Color
this.
should go back and coach and hold them out. Friend of the show, I talked to him.
Why
he's
do we
thinking about it.
always have to go to Cutler? Why?
Why not Color?
I prefer Cutler over. I don't know who the other options are.
But I'll take him.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Think about this, though. How bad was this idea to make a girl kick the ball? The
geez.
coach got fired for doing it. No, I'm just kidding. She actually wasn't.
Good for her.
I mean, she wasn't that bad, but it's the thing of putting her up on this pedestal like she's going to be on Mount Rushmore.
The only
after
thing I want to
kicking
say
it
is
26
that
yards.
You can't blame her. For,
I think she
people
needed a
put her
bigger
on
helmet.
that.
Her face looked like really squished in that thing. I was like, oh god, I can't see. It really was.
They underestimated her.
It's smearing my mascara.
Scott, I'm going to get your helmet and put it on the head to see what it looks like.
Yeah, the one with the little spinny thing on top.
I could still kick it 26 yards in the air.
And there goes all 3 of our lady listeners. They're gone.
Hey,
I'm sorry,
we're
female.
talking about
No, we're going to talk about cooking in a minute.
Okay.
With the leftovers.
Yeah, look.
Whoa. Wow.
Going south quick.
No, that's
We're talking about the NFL. What about the 49ers can't play in Santa Clara County anymore?
yeah, they're getting kicked
Yeah,
out of.
I saw that today. So
Getting
now
kicked to Arizona.
They got. Oh, is that where they're going? I was going to
Yeah,
ask.
going to play at State Farm. I believe it's called State Farm now, where the Cardinals play. Whatever it's called, yeah.
Jake from State Farm.
Jake from State
He
Farm.
runs the place.
He looks. He sounds hideous.
He sounds good.
He's got big arms.
What are you wearing, Jake, from State Farm?
You sound hideous.
The old one was hideous. The new one, they don't say that, do they?
The new one's ripped.
Yeah, guys,
Yeah, I know. That's what I was going to mean.
Logan always goes, he's stronger than Rodgers and Mahomes. I'm like, yeah, but he can't.
Well,
Can't throw
there
the
was
ball.
a meme, or was it called a meme?
Yeah.
Okay,
memes.
I'm old.
I'm Memmy.
It's a picture of Alfonso Ribeiro next to the State Farm guy in that commercial, and a picture of Chris Paul and Devin Booker.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I
it
saw
looks
that.
like each
It's
other.
hilarious.
It's
Yes, I
hilarious.
saw that.
It's awesome. It's good stuff.
We need to do best commercial actors in the next snake draft.
Peyton Manning.
Damn it!
Oh,
I was going to take Lily from AT&T.
So speaking of Peyton
I might
Manning,
take Lily, too.
I got a little soundbite for you guys. You like soundbites, right?
Oh, yeah.
So Peyton's Place started back up on ESPN Plus, and I actually watched the first episode. And Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, that ain't good.
Take a listen to Marshawn Lynch. Might be the best ever 30 seconds you're going to hear in your life.
You believe in superstitions? I always like to read the program front to back for whatever reason before the game. By the end of the season, where every accountant for the Colts went to college. What were yours?
Right.
What was your
my superstition was that I needed to have maybe a shot and a half before every game
of
Hennessy. What you mean?
I was thinking, Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Toradol. I don't know what I was thinking. and there's a bar right there in the locker room in Seattle. Schneider and Pete Carroll.
Backpack.
Got it. The backpack.
That's awesome. So Peyton Clay, it was a pretty fun little interview. It wasn't one of my favorites, but it was pretty good. Yeah. And Marshawn Lynch is a character within himself. But they show I've always appreciated Marshawn Lynch. But after watching that and just seeing some highlights of him and knowing how much he's a Hall of Famer. There is no doubt in my mind he's in the Hall of Fame. There's no way he's not. I mean, he caused an earthquake, for Christ's sake. Who does that?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, but he is. I mean, he was such a good running back. I mean, he was just he was a running back. He was probably the last of that type, like Walter Payton
and Bettis,
Bettis. People that run, but he had the speed on top of it. He could run.
Yeah.
And he was just watching him play was like, wow, this guy is pretty legit. You don't have a lot of running backs like that anymore.
No.
I mean, Derrick Henry, but he's not. Marshawn Lynch is not as big as Derrick Henry. No. It's crazy. And the funny thing, they show the replay of the New Orleans game when they were 7-9 and won the playoff game. Yeah. We've talked about that. And if you watch the replay, there's a linebacker met him in the hole that should have probably tackled him for like a 1 yard loss.
And he was just scared.
The guy hit him up high and tried tackling him on his hug him, and I'm like. And then he just bounced off and took off. The rest is history.
You're talking like these Earl Campbell type
Earl Campbell was perfect. That's
Earl Campbell-esque.
That's actually who reminded me of watching. Earl Campbell is what came to mind watching
without
him
a tearaway jersey.
Easily. Earl Campbell was, you're right, that's what I thought of first thing when I saw it. But it was entertaining. The one I did watch last night, because I didn't see it, or I maybe watched it again, I watched the Brett Favre one. And just watching Brett Favre, too, was kind of entertaining. He was a fun guy. I mean, hot tubs or anything else you had. And look, he's got a number 4 shirt on.
Oh,
wow.
Look at that.
Under the Christmas sweater.
Nice.
Yeah, one time ago, when you had to hide your 16-year-old daughter in Wisconsin.
Yeah, that was tomorrow.
That was Favre.
Yeah.
In the Favre one, isn't he driving some old vintage car that Bart Starr gave him or something?
Yeah, they're driving on this. They're in Green Bay, and they're
driving right down Lombardi Avenue.
They took it from the Rawhide Boys Ranch.
Yeah. But isn't he talking
about 800 cars for kids?
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's like that.
He's talking trash about because he's like, well, so and so's got a boulevard, and he goes, all I got is a way, pass. All I got is a pass.
Yeah.
He's got McCarthy's got a way, and Lombardi's got an avenue. All I got is a Brett Favre pass.
But just his love of the game and how he played it and all that. I mean, the story you probably know, Eric, about the Super Bowl throw to Andre Rison. He explained it in that show, and real quick, he went up there and he had watched the week leading up to Super Bowl. They were in their, obviously they stayed in their rooms a lot. They went to media, but they didn't do a lot. They got a couple days, but he said we kind of stayed, and he'd watch a lot of Super Bowl highlights. And all week they play that all week for it, and they have a lot of audio now. Well, in Montana to Rice in the Super Bowl against the Broncos in the Superdome, same place the game was, Rice walked up to the line and called 59 Razor was the play. And the Razor is the, I believe they said the inside receiver usually runs a post on it, the slot, but it depends. And now Andre Rison was out there, and he comes up and he said Belichick was known for running, because Belichick was a coordinator for Parcells.
Yeah, that's right.
So he was known for running a lot of zones and stuff like that to keep you from bend don't break type stuff. And he comes up the line and Favre and goes, man, it looks like zero blitz to me, man, but there's no way to zero blitz. You know what? Screw it. Never called it before. He goes up the line, goes 59 Razor, and it was Antonio Freeman, who he said was one of the smartest players he ever played with, and it was Andre Rison, who had just played that team. They never called this ever. And basically, they ran down the field. You could see they showed Freeman. Freeman went like this. They both went like this, and it was like Freeman waited to see what he was going to do. As soon as Rison went to the post, he went to the corner. And the rest is history.
Wide open.
And he just threw it. And if you watch the replay of both, they're the same exact. They look like except Rice came from this side. Rice came from this side. It's the same play. It's hilarious.
And
it's
that's where Favre took his helmet off, which would have got a penalty these days. And he goes, boys, there's lots of plays out there. There's lots of plays out there tonight.
Yeah.
We're wide open.
Yeah, so he was entertaining. So that was. But yes, of Peyton's Place. I'll try to keep up and maybe get some clips as we go on through the year.
Yeah, I don't have ESPN Plus.
It's entertaining. Peyton Manning is a pretty entertaining fella.
But really Lynch, going back to Lynch too, real quick, is the that one interview before the Super Bowl, the one that they won, that Deion Sanders did with him, because everybody was messing with Lynch because he wouldn't talk, and he took him to the side and interviewed him, and he's like, asking him about, are you shy? He goes, I'm all about that action, boss. And then he just went out there and he had a hell of a game or whatever. He goes, and Deion's like, you about to go get it, aren't you? He's like, hell yeah.
No, didn't
and then he went and drank his Hennessy.
Yeah.
Didn't Marshawn play with Rodgers in college?
Cal, yeah.
Actually, before he went to Seattle, another player there, Rodgers asked, and the Packers wouldn't sign him.
And you could have got him for a third, I think, is what Seattle ended up getting him for.
Yeah, it was nothing. It was low, and it was the rest is history, obviously, with that. I mean, Packers were tough. They've been winners since then, but would have been nice to have Marshawn Lynch behind him. But I can't remember. I think that year they went with, I think that's the year they might have got Lacey, maybe. It was Lacey with Rodgers.
Lacey might have been the next year then.
So I don't know who they had. I don't know. They always had decent running backs.
I think Lynch would have been a better bet.
Didn't Lacey leave because Green Bay didn't have a good selection of China food?
Lacey had that one great year, and then it just kind of faded.
Didn't he poop in someone's house?
No,
that was
Najee Davenport.
They always called him the number 2 running back.
Deuce. I apologize, Eddie Lacey. Didn't poop in nobody's drawer. It was another Packer player. So, real quick, let's talk a little bit about the Bucs for a second, since it's kind of wound down the free agency and trades and all that. So, right now, the projected starting lineup for the Bucs would be, if it started today, would be Drew Holiday, Dante DiVincenzo. They're kind of putting him there right now at the shooting guard, and then you got Middleton, Giannis, and Brook Lopez with DJ, Brian Forbes, Connaughton, and Bobby Portis, along with Torrey Craig is your men off the bench. I think they did a good job with this, watching these guys and learning more about Forbes and Craig. We all know Augustine. He's been around for years, good veteran. He actually is, I think, I want to say DJ Augustine is kind of a prototypical, kind of like an Eric Bledsoe almost. But he might be Bledsoe might be, I don't mind. I'm fine with what happened. I like DJ Augustine. I have no problem with it. But Drew Holiday, obviously, we've raved about Drew Holiday. I think we all agree that was a great pickup for the Bucs. I just don't like the depth at center they don't have right now. They don't have a bunch of depth at center. They don't have a Robin Lopez come off the bench or...
Well, okay, so Portis can play center, though.
Portis can move over. The only thing I want to say, a little message came out, was on yesterday.
Oh, here we go.
An interview on Cosmo TV. So Giannis made a comment to, if LeBron, KD, or AD want to join me in Milwaukee, I'll be happy. I don't care about being number 1 or number 2 or number 3. So that kind of worries you a little bit, because to me that's cryptic to me, saying he don't care. He just wants to go somewhere and win or stay here and win. But you ain't going to get KD, AD, or LeBron. Well, LeBron ain't coming here. But you ain't getting Kevin Durant, and you're not getting Anthony Davis. If
that happens, I'm buying season tickets. For sure.
Anthony Davis comes to be incredible. But
no, KD and LeBron have to come too. And they all have to wear those light blue uniforms.
I don't want those uniforms. Do you notice the one thing about the uniforms? Willie, what are you going to say about the uniforms?
I was just going to say it was number 22. And
they've done that before, though. They've done that before.
Why isn't it 34?
I think last year, actually, they did Middleton as well. When
Eric's shaking in his boots over there.
I'm not shaking in my boots.
It's like when talking about Aaron Rodgers leaving, the same look he gave. Aaron Rodgers leaving? No, yes, he's going to be a Bear.
Yeah, but there's no Jordan Love.
Goddamn right he's leaving. You're goddamn right he's leaving.
There's no Jordan Love backing up Giannis.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
hey, they got Nick Stauskas, too.
Oh, Nick Stauskas, yeah. That's Michigan boy, correct?
That's right,
That's interesting.
3-point specialist.
That'll be the weak point.
Yeah.
The Michigan guy. So.
Well, is Carver still there?
Carver? No, they're saying he's not on this list.
DJ Wilson's
DJ Wilson's another Michigan guy.
DJ Wilson.
Yeah.
I get it.
We got a couple of DJs now on our team. Augustine, Wilson.
Oh, yeah. It's like a club.
Holla.
It's Club Milwaukee.
Is it crunk?
It's cranked. Okay, so next up, let's talk about baseball, hot stove action. I got some stuff for you. It's nothing crazy.
We got a lot of hot seat action.
Yeah, so they've been talking about the non-tender stuff coming up. Bryant is They are not going to not tender him, which means they're going to
tender
him. But Schwarber may be a non-tender possibly. They're talking. They don't know yet what's going on. But also the rumor is that the Cubs could still turn away and not go after Bryant, which I think Bryant has too much value to try to trade later. No matter what you can get for him, he's just not. He's just too valuable to just let go. Even Schwarber, I think, is crazy. You can't just let them go because they are. If you can trade them for something, anything, even if it's 4 little minor leaguers that might not mean nothing, at least something to get in your farm.
Well,
system.
Schwarber's just coming off one season ago where he had a pretty solid year, where he hit like 34 homers, and I think he was like
that
280.
He had a pretty solid year this short season. He didn't have 10 or 11, 12 home runs this
Yeah, but
this
he was
season.
like 190 hitting.
Yeah.
Well, the average is always
Well, the rest
down.
of the team suck,
But
though,
they
too.
say average doesn't count anymore. But
Yeah.
Well, especially in a
I don't see
60-game
how you
season.
non-tender Schwarber. I mean, what's the tender? It's going to be at like $9 million or $8 million.
Yeah.
He's going to probably DH if they're going to stick with that now.
Yeah.
So what's your prediction? Both those guys are on the team next year?
I think they're on the team for a while.
Yeah, I think
I don't know how long.
I think we find out on Wednesday here.
Yeah, tomorrow. I'm sorry. We're getting Tuesday.
Well,
but
a while means are they going to be on the team next season?
Yeah,
To start.
for a point. And if they're not contending, they'll get traded. If they're contending,
They'll be contending.
I don't know how much you can get for Bryant.
I have a feeling what's going to happen next year. Remember a few years back with the White Sox? Remember they were like 1 or 2 games out, and they were right there, and they traded a bunch of guys away, and people were mad and upset and crazed about it. I believe that could happen with the Cubs. I believe the Cubs could be 1, 2, 3 games out, and the Cubs may just trade because you got a new philosophy now. Jed Hoyer. It's not Epstein. Not the same guy, could be, but guys always want to have their own footprint on things. And maybe he wants to get rid of these guys. The only guy he wants to make his own team and show he can build a team from something. And to be honest with you, I like Bryant. It sucks. It is what it is. But if they got rid of Bryant right now, it wouldn't really hurt my feelings. I honestly,
you would understand.
Yeah, I
you
get
would
it.
understand.
It's not
He's
like
a nice kid. He's a Cubs fan.
Yeah, he's a Cubs fan, as we've been told.
And a Bud man.
So a few guys, I'm going to name some names, and if you can have one of these guys in the Cubs, or maybe 2, 1 or 2, tell me who would you want, okay? These are free agents, and who knows if they'll get there. You got JT Realmuto, which doesn't make sense at this time, but we'll put him in there. George Springer. You got DJ LeMahieu, who was a Cub at one point. Trevor Bauer. The other one I saw in here I liked. You have James Paxton. You have Tanaka. Justin Turner is interesting.
Yep.
If they get rid of Bryant.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it, cheaper. Guy can play as a gamer. He's, I mean...
A lot of experience.
Didi Gregorius, which you could play him at second if you had to.
Yeah, the Reds seem pretty interested in bringing him back.
Let me see. Colton Wong has been talked about with the Cubs. I've seen that a lot. What's the name? Charlie Morton did sign with somebody that's like Atlanta, correct?
Yep.
He's
He
going
went back to Atlanta.
which is it's good for them. That's
Yep,
a great
it's a
move.
good
for them.
pickup.
So those names are kind of right now. Who would you take right now and say,
Out of that group?
yeah, that you would take and say if it's a guy you could take no matter what, didn't matter money, who would you take?
Well, I mean, you want a pitcher, but I don't like Bauer. He's such a head case. I mean, I would love to have George Springer in center field.
I mean, I was thinking Bauer. I didn't realize how much of a head case he is, but hell of a good pitcher.
Yeah, I like Springer and I like LeMahieu too. He's
Yeah.
professional. He's just a professional hitter. That's what he is.
I think you're overpaying for him right now. He's had 2 huge years.
But it'd be great to have a guy like this, that top lineup for you leading off.
Well, it'd be awesome.
That'd be
yeah.
awesome. But I agree. He is a little older. And I mean, is he in his 30s, LeMahieu?
Yeah. He's,
What kind of money are we talking about?
I don't know what they're saying money wise. Let's see. He signed a 2-year, $24 million with the Yankees prior to 2019. So they're saying
he's going to be over $20 million a year.
yeah, they want $20 million a year, which
Wow.
I don't know if the Cubs could.
So a
afford
true leadoff
that.
guy, right? Is that what you said?
He would be a true.
He gets
leadoff.
on base a lot. He's hitting like 350.
Well, did he win the batting title in
Yeah,
both leagues?
2
now?
years
He's won in both
yep.
leagues.
30 years old.
Only guy to ever do that, correct? Both leagues.
I don't know.
Okay, I could be
be.
wrong.
No, it could-
Hopple tell me.
Yeah.
If you have the $20 million, do it. I mean,
Yeah. So I mean,
it's not
those,
my money.
those. I know Ozuno's out there too. Ozuno, I think he's one.
I
Of those
mean,
up and down
I
guys.
like James Paxton, but
I like Paxton. Paxton's kind of a sneaky one because you might be able to get him for a good price. He might be like a Jose Quintana money.
Yep.
And he is a good pitcher when healthy, and he can play.
he throws no hitters,
Yeah, yeah.
and he's legit.
And in Wrigley Field,
But
the
he
wind
can't stay
blowing
healthy.
in, I mean, people think Wrigley Field is our man box. It's not.
no, it's in the middle of
the wind blows in a ton. People don't realize
it
that.
ranks in the middle of baseball
Yeah.
for home runs
so,
and everything.
So I mean,
It's different day by day.
I like that. I would say Tanaka, but I'd rather have if I could get. I like Paxton. I really do. If he can stay healthy and he has that pedigree where he can go on those stretches and win 7-8 games.
he's legit.
Yeah.
But he's a probably only a 5 or 6 inning pitcher again.
Yeah,
he
that's
throws
the
a
thing.
lot of pitches to get his, 13 strikeouts
And
a
our
game.
bullpen's not strong enough to.
Not at this point. Not at this point. We'll
So
see. That's
bullpen guys would be great.
Yeah.
Bullpen reliever.
I'm a fan of bullpens.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Usually
Cubs,
helps.
the Cubs got some decisions to make. I mean, all their guys are coming to their 4th year of arbitration. So you're going to have Bryant, you got Baez, you got Contreras, you got Schwarber. I'm trying to think who else is out there.
Almoro's going to be a non-tender probably.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of their first-round picks.
He'll be non-tendered, I think. That's tough because
But they
I
gotta
like
make-
Almora.
you
I
can't
think he's one of
keep
the best
everybody.
defensive players in the league, but when he's playing, he's one of the best center fielders, but not hitting wise.
Yeah, I can't hit the.
He made one of the greatest plays in World Series history. Nobody remembers tagging up.
Oh yeah, that was great. Oh,
I remember
absolutely.
that was huge. That was a key to them winning that World Series, and everybody forgets about it. So, but
Yeah, Addison Russell had a great series, too.
yeah, he was
A lot of guys did.
he smacked the ball around. That series.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he's not even good enough to play in Korea right now. He's on the bench.
Yeah, I know. We were talking earlier about the beer tent, but something different this week. So let's just go there and see what's going to happen with the beer tent this week.
I like beer cause it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing.
I want one bourbon, one scotch, and one beer, one bourbon,
Yeah.
one scotch.
All right. I'll be here all week. So the reason we're doing that is because we always do the beer tent. And we decided for the month of December we're going to get into some holiday cocktails.
You said cock.
And tail.
So this week we're going to transition a little bit. We actually have a beer and we have a little bit of liquor. So Willie, my friend Willie here, keeps telling me about it when he goes to soccer games to watch his niece play, right, for Michigan State.
My goddaughter.
Goddaughter from Michigan State. The parents all get together before the game, tailgate a little bit, and they always drink KBS, which I've featured many times on the show, different variations of it, but they just do the straight KBS, but then they float a shot of bourbon, and he always says they specifically do Woodford's Reserve. So we decided to do like a bourbon week. Willie actually brought a little bit of a treat, some Blanton's bourbon, which is the original single barrel bourbon, and we're drinking a little bit of that right now. But we're going to taste this KBS with a float of Woodford's Reserve right now. And just so everybody knows, Scott and Ed are chickens. Ed, I know you're really into chickens, but they won't touch this stuff. So we're going to do it, just Willie and I. Cheers, Willie.
Cheers.
We're going to kick off the holiday season with some KBS and some Woodford's Reserve bourbon.
If we're slurring at the end of this show, there's a reason for it.
Willie was slurring at the beginning of the show.
The reason me and Ed aren't drinking because we're not raging alcoholics.
Well,
Let's just dump more booze in the booze.
That's your problem, not mine.
there is time still. There's time for you.
That's a good
Can
point.
we add some more liquor to my Boilermaker?
So Willie, I have to say, when you had me try this the first time, I'm like, I ruined my KBS, but no, this is very good. It just gives a KBS
A little bit kick.
gives a little kick, a little
Yeah.
kick. So, and it could be the Blantons talking.
The
on
Bland's,
other
oh
end.
yeah, Bland's
So,
very nice. Nice.
So if you're bourbon people, Woodford's Reserves is great. Blanton's is spectacular.
If you can find it.
If you could get it, it's a tough one. But cheers, gentlemen. So beer of the week is now turning into the holiday cocktails of the week. He said cock.
Yes.
Here we
It's a
go.
tail. Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Let me take a drink of this bourbon.
And I have a teriyaki venison beef stick in front
That's
of
not
me.
where that goes, though. It goes in your mouth, it's supposed to. What are you doing with that?
God damn it,
Another
Glenn.
Boilermaker.
Ed, what do you do with that pickle? Get out of your navel.
Glenn did bring, what do they call Smoky Mountain pickles or Old Smoky pickles?
And he was trying to explain to me what
And
a snake
vodka, a
draft
real
was.
liquor.
That's what Amy calls them. Old smoky pickle. So actually, we have a couple special guests in the room today. Glenn from Glenn Snake Draft is sitting in, and also Willie's brother-in-law Carl is here. Up from down from Sister Bay in the Door County region of Wisconsin. Carl, hi, how are you?
Hi.
Hey, Carl.
So we have something right up Carl's alley. Carl is I would call a chef, correct?
Yeah,
Carl's a
absolutely.
chef. And he's also a sommelier. Was that a sommelier? Is that what it's called? Sommelier. So you know what?
He took the vest off when he came in.
So he's very high, really too high class for this basement.
Yeah.
He really is. But we apologize for everything going on.
He would take our podcast up about 5 ratings.
Yeah.
to 6.
To 6. So, Willie, do you have anything on yours from the... so, actually, that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about our fan poll question of the week. And our fan poll question was, what is your favorite way to use Thanksgiving leftovers? So, the first one here, Ryan Miller said turkey sandwich, and I haven't drank really anything. A turkey sandwich with fresh Piley's bread and Miracle Whip.
Yeah, it's not bad.
With a little salt, but mayo is good, too.
I like that.
All right, good one. Linda Digby said cream of turkey rice soup.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Kurt Barklow said leave them in the fridge and go out. I know I'll be eating that damn bird for a week, he said. Also, Kurt Parmo said open-faced turkey sandwiches. He said sandwich.
Sandwich.
Amy Pettit Hanneman said turkey pot pie. Does she make turkey pot pie?
Had it 2 days in a row now.
Was it good?
It was great.
Awesome. Good.
The first day it was.
Oh, turkey.
Joel Vanderhoof said turkey pot pies also. Armando Cavelli said turkey club. That's what I have. So, guys, what do you like to do with your leftovers? Ed, what do you like to do with yours?
I'm going to be honest, this is the first year we've ever done Thanksgiving, and we ate most of the turkey and then got sushi like the third day, but because I was already sick of it. But I'm going to try that turkey pot pie thing, probably the puff pastry one.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely, it's a great idea.
I'm just a sandwich guy. I mean, this year I did... I usually do rye bread, but I did like sourdough bread, and then I took turkey, kind of just warmed it up a little bit and melted pepper jack cheese on top of it, and a little mayo, it's like spicy mayonnaise, and I toasted the bread a little bit.
So yeah, the turkey is always a given, but a little different thing I did with the mashed potatoes, made potato pancakes.
Oh,
and those are
like potato.
Very tasty.
So you know what I do, and I think I told you guys this. I'm going to impress Carl here. I bet Carl's going to be impressed. I take turkey stuffing, the mashed potatoes, and I make like not a crab cake, but a turkey cake. And I make it. I put it in a pan, a little egg, a little breadcrumb, fry it up. A couple on a plate, a little cheese, a little gravy.
Ooh,
there you go.
Yeah.
Can you make me one before I leave?
Damn.
Done. Yahtzee. Glenn, what do you like to do? Turkey pot pie, obviously.
Yeah, pot pie was great. Sandwiches is always a go-to. Yeah, that's about it.
And Carl, since you're the chef, tell us what you like to do with leftover things.
Honestly, I can't remember the last time we had turkey for Thanksgiving.
So what do you have for Thanksgiving?
Do like if we do Thanksgiving, we do duck.
Okay.
Duck.
Oh, that sounds
but
good.
what we did this year is Brian and I, like Brian just got a new smoker, my brother. So we smoked a bunch of stuff: Cornish game hen.
Oh, nice.
Salmon.
Nice.
Brisket. So we
Little
had
taste
all
of everything, huh?
Yeah.
That sounds like that's.
I'm going
that's
to Carl's next year.
Yeah, we're going to Carl's. Everybody's at Carl's next year.
Yeah, that stuff all sounds awesome.
Thanksgiving in Sister Bay. How's that sound?
Yeah, perfect.
And then we can go bowling after at Husby's.
Right.
Not Husby's. The bowling. What's bowling like?
Sister Bay
Sister
Bowl.
Bay Bowl.
Sister Bay Bowl. Sorry.
And
Too obvious.
By the way, I beat Scott bowling one year.
Just in 1 year.
Because
He also beat me in age. So he's 2 months.
Wait, that makes your loss worse.
I know. I got beat by an old man.
And then he left you at the bar.
Yes. Yeah. Carl, did you ever hear a story?
I did hear that story.
Great. I'm glad. What a dick. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, that's why I wasn't around last Saturday for my birthday, because I didn't want to be left
Yeah, I was
anywhere.
going to take you somewhere and leave you, too. That was my
I know
plan.
you were going to take me to
Hey,
Doug's.
you want to go out to Lake Geneva, Willie? For your birthday?
Hugs and kisses.
Hey, Willie, get out. I'm going to go park the car. Run out. See you, sucker. As I drive away. Okay, so you want to pick us our winner this week. We only had 9 of them, so what do you guys want to pick? Who do you like here?
I picked Scott. Wait, Scott or Carl? One of the two.
I go with Carl.
Yeah, Carl.
Does Carl have a shirt?
Yeah, Carl, you got a shirt? Carl, I'll get you a shirt before you leave tonight.
Scott won, or
Carl
Carl
gets a
won.
shirt. Carl gets it. You won, Carl.
He's got to take his other shirt off right now, though.
He's in. So our next thing is our Glenn Snake Draft. And this week's Snake Draft, like we talked about, December, we're in it. So once December starts, I've been listening to Christmas music for like 2 weeks already because I'm a fan of Christmas. A lot of people aren't. But we're in the season, so...
I couldn't tell by your yard when I pulled up.
So tonight, we're going to do our Snake Draft would be our favorite Christmas movies, which I think a lot of people get into. There's a lot of Christmas movies out there for people. So we're going to start with Ed. We'll start with Ed. He's first. And here is Ed's pick.
I thought I told all of you I want radio silence until further...
I'm very sorry, Hans. I didn't get that message. Maybe you should have put it on the bulletin board. I figured since I waxed Tony and Marco and his friend here, I figured you and Carl and Franco might be a little lonely, so I wanted to give you a call.
This is very kind of you. I assume you are our mysterious party crasher. You are most troublesome for a security guard.
Sorry, Hans, wrong guess. Would you like to go for double jeopardy where the scores can really change?
Who are you, then?
Just the fly in the ointment, Hans. The monkey in the wrench. The pain in the ass.
Mr. Mystery Guest. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Unless you want to open the front door for me.
I'm afraid not. But you have me at a loss. You know my name, but who are you? Just another American who saw too many movies as a child. Another orphan of a bankrupt culture who thinks he's John Wayne, Rambo, Marshall Dillon.
I was always kind of partial to Roy Rogers, actually. I really like those sequin shirts.
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
And, of course, that wasn't Roy Rogers. That was Bruce Willis in Die Hard, the greatest Christmas movie ever.
It's not a movie for Christmas.
It's a movie.
It is. I'm pretty sure it's a movie.
For Christmas. So okay, debate. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Yes or no?
Hell yes. It's a great,
Will you
it's a
think
great
not?
flick. It takes place during Christmas.
When was it released?
It was released in the
88.
summer. It was a summer release. I think it was like a 4th of July release. I believe it was like a blockbuster.
It warms the heart.
I believe it was. I could be wrong, but I think it was a 4th of July release.
Spirit.
Yeah,
I'll go with it because it's Ed, you know.
So Glenn, what do you think? Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Well, I picked Gremlins.
Yeah,
oh,
Gremlins
he did say
the same
Gremlins.
way.
Yeah.
It's on my list.
Carl, Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Definitely.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
So, Ed, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I had nothing else to say about it.
Not many people say you're right usually, so take
But
that.
Carl was in there, too, from the...
Sister Bay?
the other Carl.
Oh, Carl from the Family Show.
Family Matters.
Yeah, Family Matters.
Oh, yeah, he was.
You know, it's a Christmas show when they make a tree topper of Yakutami Towers blowing up.
Yeah,
the Christmas movie.
we have ornaments. I have Die Hard ornaments on my tree. So
See?
it's all good.
Yeah. I say look, it's the best, so move on.
Stick my head out the butcher's ass or take his word. I don't know how that goes.
Who won second place in this Christmas movie thing?
Okay, so our next contestant in the will be Eric.
Come on down.
And Eric chose, well, you're going to hear what he chose right here. Here you go, Eric. Another great one.
Can I show you something?
I was just smiling. I was just browsing.
For your wife or your girlfriend?
What? What happened? Woof. I guess wouldn't be any... Wouldn't be the Christmas shopping season if the stores were any less harder than they are. Whew, it is warm in here.
Well, you have your coat on.
Yes. Oh, do I? How did that happen?
Because it's cold out?
Yes. It is. It's a bit nipply out. I mean nippy out. What did I say? Nipple? There is a nip in the air, though.
Can I take something out for you?
I was just looking at something for my wife. God rest her soul.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry.
Oh, no. She's not dead. Yeah, we're just divorced. She's history. And obviously she doesn't wear underwear. And there are plenty of shopping days left until adulthood. Which is to say Christmas as in Yule log. Not a log. I don't have a log, but I mean, just, if I had a log. Not in the sense that you think I said I did. Good golly. 'Tis the season to be merry.
Well, that's my name.
Oh, shit.
Can't see the lines, can you, Russ?
No shit.
No shit. Not only is it the greatest Christmas movie ever, I think it might be one of the greatest, at least one of the greatest comedies ever. It's got to be at least top 3 for me. Just an unbelievable classic. I mean, just can't wait to watch it every year. So many quotable lines, obviously.
Do you know any other ones? Shitter's full.
I think the absolute best line is, "Hey Griswold, where are you going to put a tree that big? Why don't you bend over and I'll show you?" Hey, you got a lot of nerve talking to me that way, Griswold. I wasn't talking to you. And it's Julia Dreyfus from Seinfeld. Yeah. That is the best line, I think, in the movie. One of the best lines I've heard in any movie. But there's so many.
Yeah, it's
I'm wearing the I Don't Know Margot Christmas sweater right now in tribute to. Too bad Chevy Chase is such a douchebag in real life. He's just a grumpy old man. What a great comedic actor over the years. But Willie?
I bet Chevy Chase only friends at the bar, though.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
No shit.
No shit. No shit.
So, speaking of douchebags.
So, Willie, here's Willie's choice. Another.
Hey!
These have all been great first
Thanks
picks.
for the Blantons, Willie.
This has all been great first picks. Now Willie's up. No, it's a good one, actually. Here you go.
South.
Here's Willie's.
Wow. What's this?
This is the North Pole.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Where's the snow?
Why are you smiling like that?
I just like to smile. Smiling's my favorite.
Make work your favorite. That's your favorite, okay?
Okay.
Work is your new favorite.
Fine.
It's time for the announcement.
Okay.
Okay, people, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Santa's coming to town.
Santa! Oh, my God! Santa here? I know him. I know him.
He'll be here to take pictures with all the children.
Yeah.
Just keep your receipts. 10 a.m. tomorrow.
10 a.m. tomorrow.
Santa's coming to town.
Yes.
Sign this for me.
Oh, hi. Santa's coming.
Will Ferrell and Alf, holy crap. That is the best. I mean, we watch 24 hours of The Christmas Story, right? But could you watch 48 hours of The Elf?
Oh, God, yeah.
I could.
Great movie.
Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? I prefer 69 hours.
It's one of my only Will Ferrell movies I like, actually.
Wow, Will Ferrell. I love Will Ferrell. I think he's hilarious.
Why do we have Ed on the show?
Well, Kevin's the same. Kevin Ratch the same way.
Exactly. I was going to talk about Kevin. Kevin is maybe Kevin.
So,
maybe.
Wait a few weeks, we're going to do Will Ferrell Snake Draft just for Ed.
Absolutely, we have to.
It'll be like Elf. Elf.
Old school.
Elf.
Oh, okay, you got one then.
There you go. How about Talladega Nights?
No, hate it.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Hate it.
His cameo in Wedding Crashers is phenomenal.
Yeah, that's a pretty good cameo. I'll give him that. But when he's the star, it's awful. I'm just telling you, other than Elf.
And you have James Caan in there, who was also in Brian's song.
Peter Dinklage.
Sonny Corleone.
Peter Dinklage, yeah.
Yep, Peter Dinklage.
Wait,
awesome.
Sonny Corleone.
Sonny Corleone.
Call me Elf one more time. You're an angry little elf.
That scene is phenomenal, Julie.
I get more ass than you.
Great pick, Willie. Great pick.
Okay, so here we go. This is my first pick.
What would you like for Christmas?
Horrified, I heard myself blurt it out.
I want an official Red Ryder Carbine Action 200 range-ball air rifle.
Ooh.
No. Shoot your eye out.
Oh, no, it was the classic mother BB gun block. You'll shoot your eye out.
BB guns are dangerous. I don't want anybody shooting his eye out.
Oh, no. You'll shoot your eye out? My mother must have gotten to Miss Shields. There could be no other explanation.
You'll shoot your eye out! You'll shoot your eye out! No, I want an official Red Ryder Carbine Action 200 range-ball air rifle.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, my God, I shot my eye out.
You'll shoot your eye out! Ralphie, you be careful out there. Don't shoot your eye out.
So that is obviously a Christmas story, like Willie said, 24 hours Christmas story every year, and you turn it on, and every time you turn it on, you sit and watch for 10, 15 minutes. One of the greatest Christmas movies ever. These all been good ones, obviously. Except Ed's on the edge a little bit. But we'll give it to him.
The Bumpus is dogs.
I was just going to say the Bumpus hounds.
Bitches.
I actually I picked this, and for a couple seconds, I actually went in Cleveland, Ohio. Outside Cleveland, you can go to the Christmas Story House and tour it for $10. Awesome. And it is one of the funnest tours because the tour guy was awesome. And a couple of fun facts about the movie. There were 3 lake lamps, all got broke in the movie. I have a lake lamp right there, if you remember a mini version of a lake lamp.
It's a major award.
It's a major award. If you look in the movie, this is just something we learned there. Do you notice when they bring the box in, the F is cut off the fragile? That's because when they made the box in the movie, it was too big. They had to cut it to make it in the movie. It wouldn't fit in the door. They mismade the box at props, so they had to cut it. That's why the F is missing, and it says his end up, not this end up. So that's why it had to be cut to make it look right. Also, you know who was supposed to? You may know this. Who was supposed to play the dad in the movie originally?
No,
Jack Nicholson.
Oh
my God! Can you imagine?
Jack Nicholson was really
doing
this was a This was a movie made from a book. The book was called, and I had it here, and I lost it.
The goddamn Bumpus Hounds.
It was a Gene Shepard book, and Gene Shepard was actually the narrator in the movie.
Yep.
The director, Bob Clark, made a cameo also. He's a neighbor who poked his head out when the leg lamp came and kind of was like, hey, look, checking it out.
It's a major award.
Yep, major award. Yeah.
Damn
okay. The book was called In God We Trust, All Others Pay Cash.
Oh, that's a great book.
That was the name of the book. It was written by Gene Shepard. The final scene in the movie was the funniest thing about the tour. If you remember in the final scene, they go into the Chinese restaurant. Well, the actors had no idea the Chinese actors were going to sing to them. Fa, ra, 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 ra. So that's why they're laughing hysterically. Also, they all knew they were bringing out a duck except for the woman who played the wife.
And she cracks up.
That's why her reaction is priceless, because when everything she's doing, that's why she says, I'm sorry, because she thinks they're going to cut the scene, and they don't. And they keep going, and then when they cut the head off, they didn't know she was going to do it either. They all knew. And her actual reaction is legit, too. Because when
awesome.
she turned, the duck was there like, what? And she screams and goes, oh, I'm sorry, like, they're going to cut. And who played the dad? I can't remember. Darren McGavin just kept going with the scene.
Night Stalker.
And they kept rolling it out. But
That's awesome.
if you're ever outside Cleveland, the best $10 you ever spent in your life, go on the tour.
Did you go when you went to the Hall of Fame?
Yes,
Okay.
it was when I went to the Hall of Fame, and it is remodeled. The house was redone to the original. It's not the original. They had to redo it because someone bought it and redid it,
right,
and put a lot of money into it, and he's made his money back.
Well, when the Bumpus Hounds went in, they destroyed the kitchen.
Yeah,
but the movie was filmed in Cleveland and Toronto, and the beauty of it, I believe, it was filmed in the winter, and it didn't snow, so it had to make snow.
No shit.
All the snow was made of soap and some other product, and they didn't get snow. They thought they'd have snow for the movie. They didn't. So all the scenes in the movie, most of them are made snow. The movie was filmed in the winter.
But I really want to see the Jack Nicholson version.
Yeah.
I really
my
do.
God, wouldn't that be great? But I thought that Santa was like one of the evilest Santas I've ever seen.
Great Santa.
He didn't smell like beer and cheese, though.
No.
Anyway, so
he didn't sit on a throne of lies.
I'm sorry, just fun facts about Christmas stories.
Right,
So
you get to go again.
You get to go, yeah.
Where? Oh, I get to go again.
Yeah,
You're right.
it's a state draft. It's Glenn's.
So my second one, I'm going to take Home Alone.
Yep.
Home Alone's a great Christmas movie. Obviously, Macaulay Culkin, very sexy. Wait, never mind. Let's move on. Never mind. Macaulay Culkin is a little boy in the movie, and Joe Pesci, before his gangster days. Or in the middle of his gangster days. It was
it was after Goodfellas.
And who was the other guy? I always forget his name.
Daniel Stern.
Yeah. So great movie. Home Alone 1, 2. The Kenosha Kickers were in the movie, correct?
Yes.
John Candy. God rest his soul.
Polka, polka, polka.
Yeah. So that's my first two
You may have
picks.
heard of me.
Okay, go ahead.
We're picking Sheboygan.
I'll shut up. I can talk about these movies all night.
All
They're
night.
Too easy.
Sorry. I'm going to go with the 1966 version of How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Nice.
With the Boris Karloff voice in that.
You're a mean one.
There you go.
Mr. Grinch.
You would have thought it would have been James Earl
Jones.
That-
right?
No, but it was me just now.
I know. It was
guy.
great.
Oh,
It was very good. It's very good.
You're a mean one. Doesn't know. Good. Nice, Willie. I like it.
Well, this one's got a lot of nostalgia to me growing up, and it's just a phenomenal movie. It's a Wonderful Life.
I've never seen it. What's that about?
It's about having a wonderful
I'm just
life.
joking, for Christ's
He
sake.
saw that when he was like 5 when it first came out.
That's right.
He actually worked at the theater and he cranked it so people
He
could
was
watch
one
it.
of the extras.
What's that movie was a Jesus. What's that movie that was like a miserable failure at the time, and now it's caught on. It's kind of like Christmas Story as well.
Yeah,
Do
Christmas
you want
Story was
me to give you the description of it?
Yeah, go ahead.
So George Bailey has all these bad things happen to him, okay? You seen the movie, Scott?
Who hasn't seen Wonderful Life?
Then I'm not going to give the description anymore. I don't know why I'd asked.
Belle, you've seen it, right?
Yeah, I went down to Chicago with Tom from the studio.
Just you and him?
It was kind of weird.
Every time a
He
bell
really
rings,
likes that movie.
He likes
every time a bell rings, an angel gets their wings.
Yep.
Or it gets Woody.
Mm.
And he sees it with Tom Keith.
Just when he sees Flipper.
Name drop.
When he sees Flipper. Go ahead.
He's got a whole studio.
Not as cool as this one.
I think Ed's just buying time right now to look up his next movie.
Go ahead.
He wanted me to describe It's a Wonderful Life.
You get to.
So then he jumps in the river, and he gets his ear goes cold, and then his guardian angel comes down, and okay, go.
And then Willie's born.
In a manger.
And then there was Zuzu's pedals. Zuzu's pedals.
Oh, crap, Zuzu pedals now.
You got two.
Yeah, I'm going to do A Miracle on 34th Street, the original, where they bring in the mail, and they're like, we got the mail. They would never send it if Santa wasn't real. That type of thing. And that was a pretty good movie. My third one, so I don't take too many, Trapped in Paradise.
Okay.
You ever seen that one?
Yes, I have.
Never heard
With Nicolas Cage.
Never seen that.
Dana
Nicolas
Carvey.
Cage is in it?
And John Lovitz.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's slapstick criminal.
We picked a Nicolas Cage film for a Christmas.
They rob a bank in a little small town, but then they get stuck there because they keep crashing the car.
On snowmobiles?
And everybody in the town takes care of them, even though they didn't have money for their Christmas, and they had their all, So it changed the criminal.
Were there any elves?
No. I don't think so.
Just at the strip club.
Wait, you said John Lovett was in it?
John Lovitz, yeah.
Oh, okay, there's your elf.
There you go. All right, go ahead.
Okay, just another nostalgic one for me. I watch it every year with, it used to be Jackson, now it's Logan, is Polar. And I don't know if it's a great movie, but Polar Express is just fun to watch.
It's a great movie.
It's great. I don't know if good, but great. It's cool.
I like it's great great CGI or whatever they call it, but he is kind of creepy. They are kind of creepy looking
creepy
people.
in a way.
But it's a great movie.
Like the music's good.
I enjoy it,
The whole theme of it is pretty cool.
I agree. I like it a lot, actually. I like it a lot.
Do you watch it? Do you still watch it, even though
I haven't seen it in a couple years.
Yeah.
Usually our go-tos are Elf and Christmas Story.
And your kids are older.
This other one I'm going to name is
right?
I go to it every year myself, and Jenny watched it with me. It's my last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't say it.
Well, here's what I'm going to go with for my pick is I've been told I look like this guy, so
this guy.
I'm going to go with Bad Santa.
That's the one you and Jenny watch.
That's a great movie. One of my favorite Christmas movies, hands down.
That kid? Who is that little
Let
kid?
him pick it. Let Scott pick it.
The little black guy? Yeah, his helper.
Yeah.
Or is his
No, I'm talking about the kid.
Oh, the chubby redheaded kid?
Or
with the curly hair?
Yeah.
Chunk from the Goonies?
No, I don't know. It's your movie. You tell us, you stealer.
So his name is Tony. Oh, Tony Cox is the little elf.
He said Cox. Hit something bell. Hit the damn bell. I don't know.
Hit the flipper.
Every time he hit the bell, Angel gets his Cox.
Wow.
Yeah, Marcus is sidekick.
Mark,
that's what it was.
Yeah. Okay, so my last two picks, I'm going to go with planes, trains, and automobiles.
That's Thanksgiving.
I love it.
Hey, it's hot Christmassy. They're going home.
Can I guess your next
Christmas
one?
comes
Those are two pillows.
Oh, yeah, that's a great movie.
Oh yeah.
I was going to guess your next one.
What is it? Yeah,
No, because
don't
I don't want to take people's picks
And my
away.
final one, I'm stuck between two, but I will go with. Okay, I'm going to go with. I wasn't going to, but I'm going to Trading Places.
That's what I was going to say. Because I was going off of it. Trading Places.
Trading Places.
What's your best line from that?
I don't know.
He's in the Santa outfit and he's sticking like fish in his.
I love it.
It's in his beard.
It's in his beard.
Eddie Murphy became way before he became unfunny.
Yeah.
Because it's not funny anymore.
Well, he's funny as the donkey in Shrek. Which they do a good Christmas special. I don't know if I took your...
Yeah, Trading Places. You don't think of that one too often, but
that's a great movie.
Plus, they got one of the greatest songs ever in there. Do You Want a Funk?
Yeah. And Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's not a bad looking lady.
Yeah, back in the day,
some
she
fun
was...
bags, right?
You got to see her boobies.
Yeah, fun bags.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
Couple movies, yeah.
It's like a Christmas present right there in the movie.
Hell yeah.
Okay, Willie, go ahead.
I was 3 years old when this came out.
Jesus, was it? I can't.
Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin Christmas movie again.
It was a silent.
It's too easy.
It was a silent.
Was it Steamboat Willie?
Well, no, that might be. He was probably 16 when that came out.
Well, I could go with the one when I was 4 years old.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with the A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh, okay.
I love it. Can you actually watch? You can watch it this year.
Yeah, it was
PBS picked it up.
PBS picked them all up. Yeah.
Who's that?
The teacher.
There you go. You got it. Yeah.
All of my. All mine are nostalgic. I just
Bourbon
absolutely love this movie, and I don't think a lot of people maybe appreciate it, but Holiday Inn, with Bing Crosby and Fred Astaire.
I actually was watching that.
Have you've seen Holiday Inn?
Parts of it.
It's hilarious. I mean, it's just classic. It's hilarious.
I thought it was White Christmas.
Well, don't steal Ed's thunder.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was Willie's first birthday. That came out. White Christmas.
Yeah, 1954, right here.
Yep.
White Christmas is shot in color. Holiday Inn was shot in black and white.
Yeah.
So are you picking White Christmas?
No, I'll go on the Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Nice. Good.
Flying elves and a fat Tim Allen. You know, with the power tools. I think he was. I think he did it actually a couple times in there.
Any honorable mentions?
White Christmas.
Honorable mention, guys.
Yeah. Any?
Bill freaking Murray and Scrooge.
Scrooge, yeah.
Rudolph, obviously. Is
How
one of
about
my
a
favorites.
Christmas Carol? I like the one with Jim Carrey. In it.
I got Rich Little's Christmas Carol. You guys, so who was mentioning Rich Little the other day when I was doing impressions? Rich Little's Christmas Carol.
Well, Willie does a great teacher from Peanuts.
Yeah.
What?
That's dead on, man.
Spot on. Wow.
It's terrible.
So a movie that's terrible, but I always watch it, is Vince Vaughn's Four Christmases.
Oh, yeah.
It's entertaining, but it's not like a great
No,
movie.
it's
I
not
got
bad.
a story on that.
I like it.
Somebody gave us that movie, and we turned that movie on, and within 15 minutes we turned it off. We're like, oh my god, what the hell is going on in this movie?
It's not a Christmas
It's
movie.
great. It's not a family movie at all. So and I never watched the rest of it. So it's good, right?
It's entertaining.
You guys seen the Kurt Russell one yet? Was it Christmas Chronicles?
Yeah, and the new
Where
one.
the kids
they
try
got
to
a second one this
yeah,
year.
I haven't seen it. The new
Overboard.
Overboard. No, it's great. Yeah, the new one. I watched the old one. It was pretty decent.
Yeah,
This
the
one.
kids try to catch
You
Santa.
know, another good one too. That's a cartoon. Nobody talks about it. It's that a few years ago it was like a cartoon, a digital, whatever. It was Jack Frost.
Really?
Really good.
Nipping at your nose?
No, it wasn't. It was a cartoon. It was
cartoon,
yeah.
okay.
And also the Grinch with Jim Carrey was
I
really
love
good
that.
too.
I like that a lot.
I think that's a very good underrated Christmas.
But
movie.
your Grinch pick, Willie, was the original show, the 30
Boris
minute.
Karloff doing the voice.
Yeah.
He was a vampire back in the day.
That's what I watch usually first is Grinch, and then kind of go from there.
Hell yeah.
There's other good shows like the Shrek series did a good Christmas show, which is funny. Eddie Murphy and blah blah blah. And what was the ones that with the two guys that were the elves that went in and they had all this high tech equipment to infiltrate?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. It was a cartoon like, right?
Yeah,
like
Prep and Landy.
Yeah, Prep and Landy.
Those
yeah,
are always cool to watch.
Yeah, they were decent. So that's Christmas. We'll have more throughout the month, drinks and other topics for fan polls and things like that. So good
time.
Good jobs, guys. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Good
Thank
job. You're listening to the Basement Benchwarmers podcast. Check us out on Facebook at Basement Benchwarmers, also on Instagram at Basement Benchwarmers, and on Twitter at Base Benchwarmers, and our email is basementbenchwarmers@gmail.com. So next up, we're gonna head to Glenn's handing out sausage now.
Yep. Oh yeah, sausage.
Put my meat in your mouth, guys.
Oh, we got a charcuterie plate here. It's getting fancy.
Nice. That's a Wisconsin charcuterie.
What's in there?
That's
Deer.
venison summer sausage.
Nice.
Yummy.
Got deer sausage and butter pecan ice cream shots. That's a charcuterie
Are you
plate.
shitting me? Butter pecan? Yeah. That's really good.
This is Basement Benchwarmers Sports Minute. Next Monday is going to be a crazy day for the NFL, as it was announced today that the Ravens and Cowboys game was scheduled to play on Monday, but is now going to be moved to Tuesday at 8, with the football team playing the Steelers at 5 on Monday, and the Bills and Niners playing on the regularly scheduled 8 p.m. Monday Night Football start. And the IOC, International Olympic Committee, has come out with a report saying that from postponing last summer's 2020 Olympics, it has lost about $2 to $3 billion in revenue. Texans star wide receiver Will Fuller has been suspended due to taking drugs for a treatment that he had done over the summer. He immediately released a statement after word was released, saying that he and his doctors believed that the drug was not on the prohibited drug list of the NFL. They were wrong, though. He'll be suspended for the rest of this season and also the first game of next season. The 49ers have also been kicked out of the Bay for weeks 13 and 14, and they'll have to play their home games at the Cardinals' home stadium, which is State Farm Stadium in Arizona. This is the Basement Benchwarmers Sports Minute.
Did you guys like that little Mannheim steamroller behind that little Christmas vibe? So this week, week 12 is still going on. We're not done yet. By the time the show ends, by the time you hear the show, it may be over. But Pittsburgh, Baltimore was supposed to play on Thanksgiving. Still have not played. COVID related. They didn't get the Denver Bronco treatment. They got the Curtin Blanche treatment, and they get to play whenever they can get guys. Although Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews and Matt Judon and the other defensemen cannot play, so they're going to be short. I think Pittsburgh should move to 11-0. I don't want to predict that, but it's going to be tough without Lamar Jackson and those guys in the game. Although Dobbins and Ingram are supposed to play. No James Conner, though. He will not play. Benny Snell will be taking his place. Yes, Eric.
Dobbins and Ingram are playing?
Most likely, they're saying. So this week in the NFL, I'll start off with the Thanksgiving Day games. Texans go to Detroit, 41-25. That score sounds oddly familiar. Deshaun Watson, great game, 4 touchdowns. Will Fuller, 6 for 171, 2 touchdowns. Stafford, 1 touchdown, 295. Adrian Peterson had 2 touchdowns, 55 yards for the injured DeAndre Swift. TJ Hawkinson, 5 for 89. So anything on that game, Texans, Lions?
Well, I got the fact that Matt Patricia got fired.
Yeah, he's off the hot seat.
No hot seat anymore.
Yeah, we have the hot seat emptied out. One guy's gone that we
Holy
talked
crap.
about. Not longer than we thought, I guess, but I thought it might last the end of the season, maybe just because it's hard to fire guys mid-season. Daryl Bevell's going to get a shot to coach the team now the rest of the year, which
Right.
He's been around. I mean,
he was looked at a couple years ago for a head coaching job, so maybe he'll make.
What was he a quarterback at again?
Oh, Badgers.
Yeah.
He's a Badger.
Yeah,
That's
he
right.
won a
I had a
Rose-
beer.
he won a
I
Rose
had a
Bowl.
beer with him at the Nitty Gritty.
Wasn't he the quarterback with Ron Dane?
Yeah. No. Way before Ron Dane.
Oh, way before
the first
Ron Dane.
Rose Bowl with Brent Moss and J.C. Dawkins. And,
Brent Moss is older than Ron Dane.
Fletcher and all those guys.
93.
Okay, that's why I got confused. I thought Brent
The
Moss
first
was
Rose Bowl.
younger.
Yeah, hopefully he's improved his goal line offense.
Well, he was the coordinator with Seattle.
That's what I'm talking
he was
about.
great.
Yeah. And the Butler guy.
Call
kinda-
for the pass.
Yeah, the Butler guy.
That was interesting in the Marshawn Lynch thing. He didn't really care, but Peyton kept messing with him. That was funny because they kept going back and forth because actually Seattle beat Denver in a Super Bowl with Peyton Manning the quarterback. When they blew him out, they blew him out.
Yeah,
and they were going.
Peyton looked just like a joke in that game.
Seattle's defense was on point that day. So the football team took it to the Cowboys 41-16. Alex Smith, 1 touchdown, 149. Gibson, 3 touchdowns, 115. Terry McLaurin, 7 for 92. Andy Dalton, 215, 1 touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott just disappearing, 32 yards. And Amari Cooper, 6 for 112 and a touchdown for fantasy numbers. But this game wasn't as the score. Both these games, the scores weren't as bad, but they got out of hand in the third and fourth quarter. They were kind of decent, and then they kind of got away. So it happens.
What is Elliott getting paid per yard? It's got to be in the thousands. It's got to be.
So one of the first upsets of the week, 49ers-Rams. 49ers take down the Rams 23-20. Once again, Kyle Shanahan, every week, gets more and more my respect. I mean, they just keep winning games. Defense decimated, and they beat a good Rams team that, I mean, a lot of people, we talked about last week, we all agreed they might be moving up in the charts
I was putting them
for
in
the bench warmers power rankings.
Yeah.
They were moving up, and there you go.
Start that next week.
So, but like I said, the Rams are still there, but it was a tough game for them. Goff, 198, no touchdowns. Akers, 84, no touchdown. Robert Woods, 7 for 80 yards. Deebo Samuel, big game, 11 for 133. And Nick Mullins, 252, no touchdowns.
So this is the first time the 49ers have ever swept the season series against the Rams, despite entering both meetings with losing records and facing a Rams team with a winning record entering the game. So,
wow.
Giddy up.
That's a mouthful.
It is. I really had to concentrate.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, 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 wah.
Next game started out pretty. Thought it was going to be a blowout, but then the Buccaneers kept it close. Chiefs Buccaneers, big story in that game. Tyreek Hill, 13 catches, 269, 3 touchdowns. Mahomes, 462, 3 touchdowns. In that game, he overtook Deshaun Watson, who overtook Aaron Rodgers for the highest quarterback rating in the history of the NFL per pass minimum, whatever it is. It's interesting. Watson and Rodgers are around 103. Patrick Mahomes is 115. Now that could go down in his career, but I just tell you right now, he's destined to be.
Oh, he's fantastic.
He just keeps. And once again, he plays with great tools, but he's a good NFL quarterback. He really is.
You know,
great,
we should
he's
talk.
A great NFL
we should
quarterback.
talk about did anybody see it coming with Mahomes?
No, I mean that draft year. I know Deshaun Watson probably shouldn't pick over Trubisky, but no one was taking Mahomes. How many teams have Mahomes over Watson or Trubisky, to be honest? I'll tell you right now.
It was a stretch. When the Chiefs took him, and then the next year when it was like, okay, we're letting Alex Smith go to the Washington. Like, are you shitting me?
Yeah, and
they just had a great year. They made the playoffs.
They struck gold. They really did. I mean, good. I mean, and he's a likable kid too. He's not the guy who like, oh, he's kind of a he's likable.
He likes ketchup, you know.
Oh, terrible ketchup on steak.
Was it
meatloaf?
And
steak and everything. Turkey. He was talking.
But that commercial is a meatloaf.
No, it's a steak. He's putting it on in the commercial because they're all eating. And that's where all kind of
likes ketchup.
Steak on ketchup.
Never. No, nothing.
No, it's a little salt. That's it.
Steak, salt and pepper.
I knew a guy who used to put ketchup on everything. He carried a bottle. Like, we'd go up hunting, he'd have a bottle of ketchup with him.
It's like Elf.
And he was like 400 pounds after
syrup.
a while.
Ketchup, man.
Yeah, the ketchup killed him.
It's like Willie with a bottle of booze.
It's like Will Ferrell, your favorite actor,
kill all the mosquitoes.
And Elf with the maple syrup.
Oh yeah, the maple syrup is better than ketchup.
Better for you?
Yeah, real maples is.
Oh, the ketchup's got a lot of salt.
Real maples is this? Yeah, like extra S's to it. All right, give another shot.
Another shot of butter pecan.
Next game.
Oh, next game. Okay, moving on. Did I miss anything in that game? I'm still trying to remember a fun fact. My fun fact.
I have a fun fact. Yeah.
Willie's always
got a KC fun fact.
So,
Joe Montana
Brady threw 2 interceptions, and the Buccaneers lost on Sunday, the third consecutive Tampa Bay game home in which both things occurred. It's the first time in Brady's career he has lost at least 2 interceptions in 3 consecutive home games, as well as the first time Brady's ever lost 3 consecutive home starts.
Jesus, the guy's 60. Give him a break.
That's big. It's big.
This game, we got Chargers-Bills. Bills moved 8-3, beating the Chargers 27-17. I'm going to put, and I did last week,
Benchwarmers Hot Seat.
Anthony Lynn's moving to the hot seat, which I talked about last week. I think he's getting closer and closer each week. 27-17 losers. Justin Herbert, 30-16, 1 touchdown. Austin Eckler, 14 for 44. Eckler also led the team in receiving, 11 catches for 85. Jerry Allen, quiet game, 157, 1 touchdown. Singletary, 11 for 82. And the tight end Davis, 3 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown. So, once again, just the Bills keep doing what they do, play decent defense, and win a game, and they're leading the East now. So, that's going to be interesting the rest of the way out. Anything on the Chargers-Bills? Willie? Anybody?
Well, Justin Herbert had 316 yards, as you mentioned. It lost to the Bills, tying Andrew Luck's all-time rookie record set in 2012 with his 6th game with at least 300 passing yards. Herbert has lost 4 of those 6 games, matching Manning in 1998 for the most losses by rookie in games with at least 300 passing yards in NFL history.
Well, we know Luck didn't last in the league long.
The Chargers beat the Bills. Bills beat the Chargers 27-17. Next game on the docket.
God, this guy.
It is our Dolphins, my Dolphins, and Glenn is wearing a Dolphins sweatshirt.
They're going to be drinking champagne.
Yep, he Dolphins sweatshirt.
On Wednesday night, they're going to be drinking champagne.
Yeah, they may be. Dolphins win 20-3 over the Jets, moving the Jets to 0-11. The Dolphins in second place in the East, 7-4 with a playoff spot. Fitzmagic, 257, 2 touchdowns. Devontae Parker, 8 for 119, and the stats for the Jets are not really worth talking about. So, Jets, we done with that game?
Yeah, I'm good. Go.
Yeah. You guys hear who won?
Yep.
The Dolphins won.
What's the record now?
I was going to say
7-4.
Deion Mims is going to be a star if he can find a quarterback to throw it to.
What's up with Tua, though? What's up with Tua?
He hurt his thumb in practice this week. That's why he didn't play.
Thumb?
Yeah, I said
suspicious.
You go from a hip to a thumb?
Very suspicious.
So the Saints could move to 9-2. Number 1 seed in the NFC right now. Beat the Broncos 31-3. The quarterback-less Broncos. Fun fact, though, this will be the fun fact, and not the one I thought of before. Do you know that the quarterback, the kid that played for Hinton, actually has thrown a touchdown pass in a game? Hinton's thrown one more recently than Taysom Hill.
He threw one with the Broncos?
No. It was back in college. Taysom Hill hasn't thrown one before that.
He hasn't thrown one.
Taysom Hill hasn't thrown. He's run 4 in so far, so he started. So, 78 yards passing for Hill, but he had 2 touchdowns rushing. Murray, 124, 2 touchdowns. Took some.
Yeah, what's up with Latavius Murray coming out of nowhere?
I think Kamara's getting rested. I think they're just kind of getting. I think they're doing the same thing with Aaron Jones and Green Bay. Kind of let him rest. Don't get him hurt. These games, you got to lead. Let him sit for 3 or 4 series. See what happens.
We should get into your theory on the Jones Jamal Williams thing at some point. Not now. Go ahead.
We got the game,
Yeah.
and then Michael Thomas 4 for 50, not really needed in that game. And then hitting 13 yards, the first quarterback in the history to throw more interceptions than completions. 2 interceptions and 1 completion. Freeman 8 for 50, and Noah Fant 1 for 13. So he caught the only ball that he threw.
I had to start him in one league too. I had to.
And anything about the Saints, Broncos?
No, keep going.
Were there fans at this game?
I know cardboard cutouts were there, but I don't know about real people.
Did they get their money back?
They might have been people.
Did
there.
the cardboard
No,
cutouts
if it
get
was
their
in
money
New
back?
Orleans, no way.
90,
No, it was in Denver.
91 passing yards
Yes.
between the two
gross
teams.
passing. Yes.
Well, I think New Orleans followed it right. They didn't need the pass. It was like, screw it, let's just run. Which I'm surprised. Denver's defense is pretty good, but it's hard when you're on the field. I mean, honestly, they were on the field. I like to see time possession in that game because I guarantee it was crazy. It had to be because every time they turned on red zone, they'd be 3 and out the Broncos. It wasn't even close.
New Orleans
35 to 23.
Yeah, that's a pretty big difference.
New Orleans defense is good, but I still don't think they're the best team in the NFC.
The one point I do have here is that the fewest gross passing yards in a game since the Dolphins and Patriots combined for 89 in Week 14 in 1982.
And they both had starting quarterbacks in that game. They both had legit quarterbacks in that. Well, what month was that?
82.
1982.
What month?
Week 14.
So it's snow game, yeah.
Snow game.
Snow game, maybe?
It was a snow game.
Snow game, maybe? I don't know. Where was it played?
Won by the Patriots 3-0.
Okay. Against who?
It was a
Against
snowplow
Miami.
game. It was a snowplow game.
Snowplow. The snowplow.
No, the plow game was a playoff game.
Yeah, well, the
This
plow
is-
game was the Raiders.
This is a
Raiders
snowplow
Patriots.
Yeah.
That was the
One of the many snowplow games.
the
Yeah,
tuck
but the
rule.
Dolphins, there was an earlier one. I think the one that got the Patriots, the divisional game before the Patriots got the Super Bowl in 85, I think they beat the Dolphins, who were favored to go to the Super Bowl. And I think that was a plow game. I believe it was. That was another plow game. The guy came out, plowed the spout off.
Fun fact, in 82, Brady was not the quarterback yet of the Patriots.
Fun fact.
It was the following year, I believe.
Facts.
Next question.
Fun fact, Willie was on his 3rd mortgage. Next game, we got Titans-Colts. Titans kind of put their stake in the NFC or AFC South. 8-3 record, going to Indy and beating the Colts 45-26. Tannehill 221, 1 touchdown. Derrick Henry 178, 3 touchdowns. A.J. Brown 4 for 98, 1 touchdown. Rivers 2 touchdowns, 295. Hines 29 yards rushing, and T.Y. Hilton touchdown first time all year 4 for 81. Anything on Titans Colts besides Derrick Henry's a monster?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think Derrick Henry's the MVP.
Nah, no way.
No, you have to. No, stop this whole thing with quarterbacks.
Nah, it's gonna be a quarterback.
Oh, it's going to be Rodgers or Wilson or Mahomes.
Well, it's gonna be Mahomes, no doubt.
And Henry's not better with his Star Wars like ponytail.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just like it's like a rat. It's like just like
It's
a rat.
like poke in the eye,
It's
kid.
like a
Poke in the
squirrel.
eye.
He's a freaking beast. He's the
agree.
best player in the NFL.
I see what
He's
you're saying,
the best
but
player in the NFL.
I mean, the Chiefs don't have Mahomes; they ain't going nowhere. The Titans could get away with winning games without Henry.
Next question.
I'm just saying. That's my way.
Next question.
I don't know.
Is Jonathan Taylor pretty much already going to be on the way out there? I know he's injured right now.
He had
been
COVID.
fine.
He's
I
COVID.
know he's out.
He had a good game the week before.
Man,
I believe
He had COVID because he's been hanging
against
out
the
with
Packers.
his
He ran the ball pretty well, actually.
Yeah,
Not to be funny, but he did.
He's been hanging out with the Badgers.
So did I.
So did David Montgomery. He had 100 yards this week, which is wow.
Everybody does.
One run. One run.
That one
Almost.
run was huge.
Holy crap.
So Panthers go to Minnesota and kind of let one slip away once again. The Vikings win 28-27. Cousins 307, 3 touchdowns. Cook 61 yards rushing. Robbie Anderson 4 for 94, 1 touchdown. Bridgewater 267, 1 touchdown. And the Vikings moved to 5-6, and the Panthers dropped to 48 and probably out of the playoff race. Anything about the Vikings Panthers?
Who?
Vikings Panthers.
Vikings are hot.
Yeah, they've won. I think,
Not hot.
They've won 5 out of the last 8 or 7.
But they lost the week before, and they should have lost this week.
Should have.
Carolina
Didn't. They won.
Okay, keep going.
And remember, we just talked about the Patriots should have lost that Super Bowl, but they didn't.
Yeah.
When they should have ran the ball.
True. No, I get you. I don't.
And right?
The Vikings
You're
are
above
not. The Vikings are not. You want me to give input? The Vikings are not a bad team. They're one of the. They're the top half.
They got a good young defense.
The top half.
And Cook Cousins can play. He can play. I mean,
Justin Jefferson's coming around.
Jefferson and no
I
Thielen
said
this
it
week.
last week.
Right.
When they get
I said it
Thielen
last
back,
week.
yeah.
CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson,
What about
great players.
Yeah.
Jeremy Chin, from the Panthers.
Chinsanity.
Oh, yeah, the 2 back-to-back within the back-to-back scoop and scores.
Yes, from Cousins
or
and
a pick six and a scoop and score.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yep.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Was there a fun fact? I'm sorry to take it away from you.
No, go for it.
Sorry. Cardinals-Patriots. Cardinals go to Foxborough, and Bill Belichick figures out a way to stop a good offense. Once again, 2017, Cardinals drop 6-5. Patriots go to 5-6 with Cam Newton passing for 84 yards. Kyler Murray 170, Drake 78, 2 touchdowns, Hopkins 5 for 55. A pretty defensive game, to be honest, but the Patriots' offense is
Don't
not
you wish
very
you had
good.
Cam Newton now in Chicago?
No.
Why
Why
did he not get more than $1 million to sign?
I don't know.
Well, they won. They beat a good team. My Cardinals team's kind of floundering a little bit now. All of a sudden, they're 6-5, right?
Yeah, 6-5, and they dropped to third in the division now.
Yeah.
Seahawks last night, 23-17. A lot of bettors were upset on the last play of the game. The little Hail Mary got the hook. A lot of gamblers who had Seattle weren't too happy. 23-17, Russell Wilson, 231 touchdown. Chris Carson, 41 on the touchdown. DK Metcalf, 10 for 177. That guy is a monster. Carson, as they're calling him in Philly, Carson Wentz, 215, 2 touchdowns. Also, Dallas Goedert, 7 for 75 and a touchdown.
Did Jalen Hurts play a little bit in this game?
2 snaps or 2 series. I can't remember what I saw. Not as much as people thought.
The only reason not playing more because the money that's given to Wentz.
Yeah, they can't get rid of that contract.
Holy crap! Kid from, was he from North Dakota?
I don't know North Dakota. He's
a gamer, but he's just. I don't know. He's been in the league 6 years. And he wasn't involved in that Super Bowl team, really.
Yeah, I mean, he was the season record. He's part of. They had a good year that year, but yeah, he got hurt the last game of the year. Yeah,
yeah. The Philadelphia fans are coughing on him right now.
Have we ever put Doug Peterson?
They've talked about it now, but I mean, it's tough to put him on the hot seat. Their defense, Philly's defense is solid, but yeah, the offense, which he's the guy in charge of it.
If they end up last in that division, the worst division in the NFL. Is Doug Peterson gone?
I don't know. It's hard to. I don't know.
They've had so many ultimate clipboard holder.
They've had so many offensive line injuries there. Their line is beat up. I mean, I don't know. I mean, as we talked about earlier before the show, you saw how hard it is to play quarterback in the NFL with a hidden kid coming in. It's not easy to play the game, and I know
it's not like kicking off.
Yeah, he's getting paid. He's getting paid a lot. I understand, but when you have no line to block, I mean. Let's put it this way. He has shown he can win games in the NFL and be very productive and be. I mean, he was an MVP candidate here, I believe.
Here we go. Right. Goff or Wentz?
Man, I think they're both the same. People argue with me, but I don't think Goff is much.
2 years ago, you would have answered. You've been like Wentz.
I think Goff's. I've never been a huge fan of Goff. I never have been.
Or 3 years ago.
But Goff, I believe, Goff is a product of where he is, and he has crappy games. Yeah. I mean, this week, you need him to play well in that game against Cameron. He plays mediocre. He plays okay. Right. You need him to play good in those games. I mean, be honest.
Yeah.
And he doesn't. I mean, and once again.
But these guys are playing with a bad line and bad backs, you know.
But they have a good offense in L.A. The Rams have a good offense and a good defense.
What they do this week?
They have the right. And Woods.
What they do this week?
Although they did lose their left tackle a week ago. Whitworth did get hurt for the year, so. I mean, although he might be back, they said no, so who knows? Raiders, Falcons, kind of a big surprise here. 43-6.
Yeah. Someone shit the bed.
Yeah, I'm still like the Raiders to get to the playoffs, but I don't think I like them going very far now just because of what they did there.
This Carr guy,
yeah,
I don't know.
Carr 215.
Can't wait to get Aaron in here.
185, 2 touchdowns for Matt Ryan. Calvin Ridley for 650.
Where's my boy Higgs?
And Hunter Renfrow 7 for 73. I don't know. Just a weird game there.
Weird. It's a fantasy. It's a fantasy. Like
someone shit the bed.
Shit the bed. That's it. That's a fantasy. Shit the bed is what it was. I had Derek Carr negative points. God damn it!
I got 0.6.
I'm fucking. I coached this motherfucking guy, and I had negative points in my fucking fantasy league, Scotty.
Wow. So the final game of the weekend. Well, it was supposed to be the final game of the weekend, but it wasn't. It's still going on. Packers, Bears. The Packers just pretty much dominated the game from start to finish.
What happened?
Rodgers 211, 4 touchdowns. Trubisky 242, 3 touchdowns. Dave Montgomery 103 yards rushing. Allen Robinson 8 catches, 74, 2 touchdowns. Robert Tonyan, 67 and a touchdown, and Aaron Jones, 90 yards rushing. Green Bay takes firm control of the division with the pretty dominating win on Monday night against the Bears. Another guy put in the hot seat.
Benchwarmers. Mitch Trubisky.
Matt Nagy, I think, is on his way out. I don't know. Once again, like I said last week, I don't know if it's him or whatever. But it's just not working. And I think for him, I just want to get out anyway. It's not a good situation. It really isn't. You don't have the talent there to coach an offense that he wants to coach. And he came in a situation that was given to him. He didn't get to choose the quarterback, so it is what it is. And whatever you're going to do. So,
well, I mean, I'm going to come in. I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I'm going to come in defense of the Bears.
The Bears.
The quarterback position is abysmal.
Yeah.
The offensive line needs a couple guys, right? I think Montgomery's a decent. No,
Montgomery doesn't have. I can name.
He's a straightforward.
If I sat down and looked at
the thing that sucks is
if I sat down and looked at a team list right now, I can name 10 backups that are better than David Montgomery.
The thing that sucks is you're not there. So Allen Robinson's going to leave. I don't want to be here anymore, right? He's going to say that Montgomery. You don't think Montgomery's the guy. Offensive lineman, it's going to take a couple of years to build that up, and then you need a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's a 4-year process.
Yeah, you're saying they're in a rebuild right now?
But the defense is so freaking good, even though, I mean, they didn't. The Packers went right at the middle. They went right at their linebackers.
Well,
and Hicks was out.
The biggest mistake of the game was the first drive when they went 3-man rush on a 3rd and 12 from the 3rd and goal from the 12, and they 3-man rush.
There's
and
so many good players on that defense. Kyle Fuller's he's a solid player.
But if you send, they got probably 7 guys that are good players. But if you send more guys, Rodgers has to dump it off, and you can tackle and they.
So how do you rebuild that team?
You got to get offensive linemen. I don't know how. And there's a lot
you're going to lose guys though. You're going to lose
There's a few linemen that are free. And I'm going to tell you right now, when years ago, and I think I've said this before, when you do fantasy and watch all the big stats, you're all about receivers, running backs, and obviously quarterbacks you need. But you got the right offensive line and the right players that know what to do. It doesn't matter who plays receiver or who plays running back. It really doesn't. If you can block and you have the right guys to run the system, look at guys like Terrell Davis. I mean, out of nowhere became one of the best backs in 3 years. I mean, you look at these guys who were drafted really low. I mean, Derrick Henry really starting until 2 years ago.
In 2018, they wouldn't even run him.
Yeah, so I mean, it takes time, but like I said, but their line. Derrick Henry is a good back, but their line is good. So the playoff pitch, like we talked about before, right now. If at the end of the day, the Steelers will obviously be the number 1 seed. You'd have KC, Tennessee, Buffalo in that order, and then you'd have Cleveland. Forgot they're the 4th best record in NFL. Tyler,
even though they shit
That's
the bed
crazy, isn't it?
We forgot to talk about Cleveland.
Yeah, I do have something to say about them.
No, Cleveland won.
They won.
They beat Jacksonville. Forgot to talk about them.
It's like 27-25.
Yeah, Cleveland won. Cleveland beat Jacksonville. Forgot to talk about that. Yeah, my fault.
That's good.
So that's good.
Yeah.
And Baker Mayfield threw his first touchdowns since week 8 or 9 or something like that. It was weird.
They're making the running backs work for him.
No, they and that's what. Once again, he can run the ball. Things change when you run the ball, and they do it. And they play good defense. They play good defense. I mean, and it helps when you play Jacksonville.
Did you see how he cooked the turkey though in the deep fryer?
Yeah. Croissants he handed out as a snack. This will hold him over.
The pretzel thing.
Is Eric driving home?
No, Willie's taking me home.
Right now,
take me home, country home.
As we talked about last week, Baltimore would be out, and the Vegas would be looking in right now, and the rounding out with the Patriots. In the NFC right now, you have New Orleans number 1 seed, Seattle number 2, Green Bay number 3, the Giants the 4th seed, and then you have the Rams, Buccaneers, and Cardinals. That's 7. And looking in, the Vikings, the Bears, and 49ers at 5 and 6. I believe I saw the the Saints have the easiest schedule left. Maybe.
Did you say the Giants are in the playoffs?
Yeah, 4 and 7. Yeah. And by math, every team in that division has the easy schedule left because you play each other.
And Daniel Jones has a pulled hammy.
Yeah, he hurt himself, so I got to start Colt McCoy maybe this week.
Benchwarmers hot seat.
Adam Gase, the weekly hot seat, he's on.
That walk-eye.
Also, Doug Marrone from the Jaguars on it.
Put Glenn on it?
Vic Fangio's on here, but the one loss this week doesn't count against him. I think that's unfair to him to count this week's loss against Vic Fangio. That's tough.
I'd put Mike Tomlin on there. He hasn't won a game in a week.
Yeah, he hasn't won in like 12 days. So that's the NFL this week. Any other things you'd like to add to the NFL besides we get to this week's
Yeah, I
games in a
got a
minute?
whole list here.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm kidding.
Also, a little quick college football talk. Another game being postponed. So I did find out, we talked about a couple weeks ago about the whole, how this works for the, if you how many games you got to play. If you don't play 6 games, you cannot participate in your conference championship game. You have to play 6 at least. But you can still be voted into the Final Four. So with that said,
Can you phone a friend?
If Ohio State goes 5-0, doesn't play a conference champion, do you think they should be invited to play in the Final Four?
No.
Yes.
No. If there's a rule, it says 6.
No. You can play in your title game. You can still be invited to the Final Four. You can still get asked.
No, if you're not even good enough to play in your
They
title
have
game,
Ohio
you should have
State
to earn it.
was the 4th, right? Today?
They oh yes, I got the standings right here. They came out today. Alabama, Notre Dame, Clemson, Ohio State is 4 right now. With Texas A&M, Florida, Cincinnati, and Georgia
They're in.
nipping at their heels.
They're in.
I disagree with it.
Why?
Because I mean,
you should have to earn it.
You are playing teams that are 8-0, 9-0, 8-1. You're going to beat out a team like Cincinnati, who I know they don't play. I get it, but who has Ohio State beat? Let's talk about that.
Indiana.
Okay,
Top 10 team.
Okay, but besides that, they play Michigan yet? No, that's usually the last game of the year.
Does that matter?
December 6th.
I mean, I'm just trying. I mean, but they have
that would drag them down right now.
this week. Nebraska
60-year-old
lost to Iowa. Penn State beat Michigan. Indiana beat Maryland, but Indiana's quarterback is out for the year. That's a shame.
Yeah, Indiana's quarterback's out.
ACL.
Wisconsin, Minnesota was canceled last week, so was Illinois, Ohio State. Northwestern, Michigan State upset. Michigan State 29-20 over Northwestern, knocks their hopes down to have a chance.
Who?
Northwestern got beat by Michigan State.
They get beat.
Northwestern's in already in the Big Ten championship,
but not to the Final Four. They won't get there.
Yeah,
no,
that's true.
Purdue, Rutgers. Purdue won 30-27. This week, Ohio State, Michigan State, Penn State, Rutgers, Nebraska, Purdue.
Big Ten's a joke.
Iowa, Illinois,
it's a joke.
Yeah,
right?
Maryland, Michigan, Indiana, Wisconsin.
Really?
Another test for Wisconsin. And Northwestern, Minnesota has been canceled.
So what happens if Northwestern has to play for the Big Ten championship?
They're in. They're in.
So they're okay, but they have to play in it. Ohio State's not there.
Not well.
So Ohio State doesn't have to beat the supposed second best team.
So let's say Ohio State runs the table. They win. They win the next couple games and then play the Big Ten. Beat the Big
if their
Ten
game gets canceled this week, they're out. And that means Indiana.
No, but they're 5-1. They played 6 games.
Oh, they have.
No. Northwestern's 5-1.
Northwestern.
Yes.
That's
But
what
Ohio State.
You were talking about Northwestern, right?
No. Northwestern's in.
Yeah, they're 5-1.
Ohio State.
No, they're 4-0. They're going to play 2 more games.
Yeah, but they might get canceled this week.
So they get canceled.
They have COVID.
Northwestern runs
Ohio
the
State
table.
has COVID.
Yeah.
And Michigan has COVID, right?
Nope. Not yet.
And Northwestern is the Big Ten champ.
They're going to fuck
and then they
them.
give it
They're
to
gonna
Ohio
say,
State.
No, we have COVID. Just to fuck them.
Does that even make sense?
Hail to the mighty.
I can't hear you.
And Ohio State doesn't have to play anybody to get there, and they just get voted in. But Northwestern had to win their way up there.
This is an American Idol. What are you voted in?
You know, when we need time to talk it on the show, we need to give those guys.
You guys should have your own
we need to give them coloring books.
I can't believe I came back.
If you guys give you coloring books, you guys will be quiet for a minute. So if it started, Alabama will play Ohio State, Notre Dame will play Clemson. Notre Dame is in the ACC championship, their first year in the conference.
Goddamn Catholics.
No matter what happens, because the Wake Forest game that was supposed to be played, rescheduled for in 2 weeks, has been just canceled now. So they'll play this week against Syracuse, and the season is over. They'll be in the Big Ten. They're going to be in the ACC championship no matter what. So that's it. BYU's undefeated still at number 13. Coastal Carolina is 9-0. Marshall's 7-0. So those are the teams with numbers left. Let's go to our picks this week real quick. Let's talk about a couple big games on the sheet here. One that jumps out. Let's see what jumps out to me here. Not many big ones this week. Really, it's a lot of lopsided games possible. Buffalo San Fran might be a good one. I don't know.
Rams Arizona.
Rams Arizona. Yeah, that's the game of the week. Yeah, good call. That's the game of the week. Rams Arizona. I would say that's the best game on the page here. I can't see anything else.
Buffalo San Francisco with the way San Francisco's been playing.
I remember a few months ago when I said the game of the year would be Cincinnati Miami because it'd be Tua versus Joe Burrow. That
right?
Happened.
No, not happening.
But Miami's still favored by 11.5. Fitz magic, okay? So let's do our picks, Ed. Who do you like and what do you got?
I got Vegas beating the Jets.
I'm sorry. I'm going to interrupt you. Let's talk about last week first before we move on. Willie went 2-2. Lions and Vikings did not help him out, but Dolphins, Packers did. Ed went 1-3. Glenn made your picks for you.
Oh, no wonder why.
Cowboys, Cards, Chargers, losers, but the Seahawks, we were only -5 on ours, so you got the cover on that. Ravens haven't played yet, so we won't know Eric's answer of his picks, but right now he is 2-1. Rams were a loser, but Chiefs, Seahawks. I was 2-2. Cowboys, Raiders let me down, but the Dolphins.
Holy crap.
And the Seahawks were winners for me. Overall, right now, I've got 24 wins. Eric and Ed have 23, and so does Willie. So it's close. Eric could jump in with a tie if Baltimore covers and gets to 4.5 tomorrow night. Might even get an extra 2 points if they win the game outright.
Oh, I'll get 6 points. I'll get 6 points.
He ain't getting nothing because they're going to lose.
Ain't nothing.
By 12.
baby.
They lose by 12 tomorrow night.
Nope, they'll be a strike. Players won't go out.
30 to 18 final score. I don't know. 6 field goals.
Well, they played it on last Thursday. You already know.
Yeah, I know.
Why do you have to be that way?
So now, Ed, what's your picks?
All right, I got Vegas beating the Jets, and they're getting 7.5. I'm picking they're covering that. Indianapolis covering the 3 at Houston. I got an upset. I got Atlanta beating New Orleans without their quarterback. I think Atlanta's been playing actually pretty good.
Okay.
And then I got Buffalo beating San Francisco covering the 2.5.
Okay, Eric.
Can I pick 3 upsets?
Yeah, pick all you want.
Okay, so my non-upset is Tennessee over Cleveland 5.5. I'm going to take Jacksonville to cover at the 9.5 over Minnesota. I'm going to take Giants.
Jacksonville led by Mike Glennon.
I don't give a shit who it is.
Gardner Minshew might be back too.
I'm going to give the Giants with my boy Wayne Gallman.
The first place Giants too.
Yes, and they're going to cover that 7.5 over Seattle. And then Washington, who's going to win that division, is going to give Pittsburgh its second loss after they lose to Baltimore. 10.5, baby.
You've got Washington winning that game or just covering that 10.5?
I got them winning.
Yeah, put the bourbon down.
Christ. Come on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Damn it, the hell, what the hell is this?
Mr. Vegas, baby.
These will be much better.
What the hell is this guy talking about?
I'm sure they will.
I'll take Michigan football, the Wolverines.
You cotton picking son of a gun.
Mini mugger.
Oh, mini mugger. I'm going to take the 1942 film where the guy was the Christmas... Okay, go ahead.
All right, anyways. I'm taking Detroit. They're getting 3 against Chicago. Hello. I'm taking Baltimore. They're getting 7 over Dallas. I'm taking Seattle. They're getting 7.5 over the Giants. I'm taking Kansas City. They're getting 13.5 over Denver.
They're giving it.
If
they're getting 13.5, I'm going to go to Vegas and take KC. I'll drive my mortgage on that. If they're getting 13.5.
We'll drive tonight.
The 13.5 is a lot of points. They can still lose. I'm going to take the Texans +3 at Indy. I'm going to take the Titans -5.5 against Cleveland. I'm also going to take the Seattle Seahawks -7.5 against the Giants, and I'm going to take the Packers laying 7 to the Philadelphia Eagles. So those are my picks.
You have Houston beating Indianapolis.
Well, getting
or
3.
covering it.
Yeah, cover. Yeah, I took them. Yeah.
Okay.
Deshaun. Let's see what Deshaun going to do against that team.
Good call.
They've been scored upon the last 2 weeks in his defense. So Packers put on points, and so did Tennessee. So it must be something they're seeing maybe now. So, but Houston isn't. I'm just throwing out. I got to take one upset. That was my like. It is what it is. So.
Good logic. Yeah.
I don't know. No, there really is no logic to it.
No.
Not at all. You're listening to the Basement Benchwarmers podcast. Check us out on Facebook at Basement Benchwarmers, also on Instagram at Basement Benchwarmers, and on Twitter at Base Benchwarmers, and our email is basementbenchwarmers@gmail.com. So this week in the Benchwarmer Fantasy League, it's tightening up for the end of the season here. We got a couple weeks left. I think we end in week 14 because 15, 16 are our playoffs. So we have 2 more weeks left in ours. Most leagues are ending this week, though. Week 13, correct, Ed? Most leagues are this
13.
Week. But ours goes week 14. We only have 4 teams going to the playoffs. Right now, Eric Loves Spandex, which is myself, is taking Earl's Daddy to the cleaners. Seaside Crackers decides to get a win this week. Although, if I really condense, has two players left to play because we still have the Baltimore-Pittsburgh game tomorrow. Gene's Territories index card is beating the card of Giants pretty handily, 132-62. Lance Pants
getting smoked.
Wow, a little bit of a rap problem. 207. Oh, that Tariq Hill guy put up 60, and so Antonio Gibson put up 36. And
you have Watson.
James Robinson put up 26.9.
Sons of bitches.
Spandex and Saddles. 103 to 123. Who do you have left tomorrow? Ebron. Yeah, it might be a win for extra. Star Rangers might take that. D'Lo, what? Got a win against Culver's Dumpster. Wow, who's Hop?
Yeah, he traded me all those players already.
Yeah, that's his team normally.
There will be 2 for 10.
Yeah. So
hey, we're a team effort over here.
Yeah. So 2 weeks left.
D'Lo was actually, when you texted him to be on the show last week, he was actually embarrassed. Because I'm like, why are you embarrassed?
We would have made fun of him.
I go, just because you suck royally? Why would you be embarrassed? And we're just going to talk about football.
The bench warmers do not make fun of people for their misfortunes.
So if the math in my head works out, Lance Pants will still be in first in the division.
It's sad that I'm going to win this division.
I will gain a game and be one game behind the Cardiff Giants. Also, Ed Shower Rangers will stay in the lead and be the division winner, it looks like. Gene Sterador's index card will be 2 games up on Earl's Daddy with 2 games to play. So the closest division right now looks like it'll be Cardiff Giants versus Air Close Spandex. It'll be the only division to be decided in the next 2 weeks.
How many weeks do we have left? 2 more?
2.
2 more weeks.
Yeah, I think I should hold that.
I had the 2 weakest teams.
You should bench your starters.
I would still finish 7 games ahead of the rest of my division.
Ed said he's going to hold that.
So that's the look of the league. We got 2 more weeks left, and then the winners division gets to host the show, or be on the show, whatever we're talking about.
I'm ready, ready to have my guys do it.
Hop, come with a shower stall.
Yeah,
Glenn, you gonna be ready?
Yeah, talk about
to host the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's tonight's top 10.
So this week's top 10 is something about this weekend, the big major pay-per-view event that people actually paid for because it's pay-per-view. Things overheard between Tyson and Roy Jones at their big fight this weekend. Are you guys ready?
I was born ready.
This might be one of those James O'Keefe things where he was secretly recording people.
Yeah. Did you hear about that? You won't hear about it. You won't hear about it.
Was it a good fight? Who watched the fight? It was a good fight.
I didn't watch. I heard Snoop Dogg
was a draw.
Was funny.
Snoop Dogg was a shit.
Willie's got some cred.
What is Willie, like 25?
Well, he's from
freaking millennial.
Right.
Yeah, I got a college band here.
So anyway,
sure,
things overheard at the Tyson Roy Jones Jr. fight. Number 10, Puff Puff Give. Number 9, Past Carvassier. Number 8, damn, Snoop's looking old.
That's a given. That's a given, for Christ's sake.
Number 7, thank God for boxing shorts by Depends.
Oh, that's good.
Number 6, damn, what happened to your face? That's right.
About
talking to
Tyson, yeah.
Number 5, I like juicy ears. Number 4, have you been listening to my crunk? Didn't know what crunk was till tonight.
Yep.
Number 3, this shit's better than bagging groceries. Number 2, hey Roy, you want my autograph? I was in The Hangover. And the number 1 thing over here at the Roy Jones Tyson fight this weekend, you got any purple drink? Wow.
Yeah.
So once again, we are the Basement Benchwarmers. That's it. Anything else, guys?
Yeah, no more bourbon. I think we go back to beer.
Yeah.
These pansies can't handle it.
Well, I think we have to mix the liquor, not just drink straight liquor. Right?
Yeah. Wiser words were never spoken.
Hey, next week.
Next week we'll mix liquor. Is that your closing thought? Next week?
Yeah, next week. I sound like a Cubs fan. Next year.
Willie?
Where am I? What am I doing here?
What a disaster.
I've never looked at Willie and thought about an elf so much in my life. Like a real elf.
And what do you want to do to an elf?
A real elf.
He could be an elf because elves are really old. in the real Santa
Like
Claus
a
books?
real elf.
They're
Like
really,
if
aren't elves
when
really
I picture
old?
an elf.
Like they live forever, elves, don't they?
Yeah,
right.
and they still look like
Bob
little kids.
Newhart, like a Bob Newhart kind of elf.
Yeah.
So once again, we are the Basement Benchwarmers podcast. For Eric, Ed, Willie, and myself, you guys have a good week. And also Glenn and Carl for stopping by. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Nice seeing you, Carl, Glenn. See you all the time. So, once again, we have Basement Benchwarmers podcast. For Ed, Eric, and Willie, stay safe, wash your hands, and have a good week.
It's that time of year again. Kool-Aid man, you ready for Christmas? Oh yeah. Yeah. All I really want for Christmas. All I really want for Christmas. All I really want for Christmas is everything on my list, baby. Hey. All I really want for Christmas. All I really want for Christmas. All I really want for Christmas is everything on my list, baby. Hey. Having a party on Christmas Eve, and I got a whole lot of Christmas glee. Whole lot of gifts I'd like to receive. And you know all year I've been planting them seeds. Everybody in here, VIP. Old St. Nick, that's the MC. Gotta see him turn down some old CDs. Playing all your favorite songs from A to Z. Feliz Navidad, no eggnog, more Kool-Aid. Oh yeah. Yeah.